Nope, 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 nope. Now it's live. Go ahead.
Live from Earth Space Dock is the Dark Mom Consortium with your host, Rondo Mugi.
And your host, Darkthorn.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you to say that one. Hi, how are you doing?
getting by, getting by.
Yeah, sometimes that's all we can ask for. So, had an awesomely weird day of, it can't be that bad today. And then, I've been up since 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I kind of had that going in, and then I'll get a nap to get the stream. You're gonna take me somewhere. I need to be somewhere. It's just like,
I have my caffeinated water. I have my 2 cans of not caffeinated water. Somewhere in there I should be good. So, it's just you and me for the moment, it looks like. But if anybody decides to join us, we're going to do some power leveling in the first hour here so people can get their their KDF and their Delta recruits up to speed. Let's see, what did I do with this one? Did I actually start a Delta recruit on this? I have my old Delta recruits, and it looks like I have a KDF that I started, but only one. And it looks like I started a Delta here, but she hasn't actually done anything yet. So we'll see.
Whose fault is that?
It's mine. No question. Hi, Kadargo. How are you today? So that one I still have to take through all the stuff. On the other account, I haven't... Oh, that's not true. No, Kethfa. Boy, I can't even say my own tunes' names.
Well, I did go through. I got the tutorial phase done. Now I just got to go pick up tunes on the alt account with the Romulans. So no problem there.
I think I got to start a couple more deltas on this. When you get to a certain point, you get to lithium, right? On deltas. Yeah. Okay, so there's a reason to start them.
Each of the story arcs you get. Yeah.
Okay. So I can start them and then maybe retire them. Because honest to God, I've just got too many tunes. And I don't have time to make them specialists.
If you do the full accounts for one thing, then I don't like most of it, then you have to do just like one or two story arcs for each of the other ones.
Okay. Really quick, Kadargo, is DT's mic sounding okay? It sounds weird to me, but I've got the door open. There's a lot of ambient noise coming in here. Okay, well, I guess you sound fine then.
I guess so.
I guess so.
I tweak things.
Okay, sounds okay to me. Thank you. Appreciate that outside help. As I said, I've got the door open because it is humid today.
I can't really listen to it, or else the mic will start picking up the speaker. And then
exactly, yeah. Yeah, I was looking at a set of Bluetooth earbuds and a mic system, so I don't have to wear this as the weather gets even toastier. But we'll see. We'll see.
If you can go the way I did, you can always get for like $120 the Yeti mic, and then another $20 off Amazon the mic, the boom arm.
Well, we'll see how the year goes. See where we're at after Vegas, if we can do that. So we were going to do speed leveling and power leveling for the first hour while DT's still with us, and then I thought we'd switch over and go hit the battle zone and try and get those dinos for those who haven't done it, like me. And then any endeavors or red alerts or anything you need to do today.
Dino Zone was a zoo today, so it might take a couple runs, or it might take a little bit of planning ahead and being there when they spawn.
You know, it was really, I don't mind playing that one. It was Dilithium City earlier today, so I was cleaning up there this morning, not knowing this was going to be the endeavor. Just went in to get some AP damage, and all of a sudden the dinos spawned, and who am I to say no to a couple thousand dilithium?
Yeah.
Game plan for this week is we will be here Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I doubt I'll be on
we'll
Wednesday.
we'll be reachable Wednesday, but we won't be on Wednesday because well, there's stuff that's got to be planned.
I have got to get the book written, folks. It's the whole thing is we get really dead at work, and a lot of times I can just have my laptop open. I can go ahead and write words, and it works very well. And then we have days like today where 9.5 hours into the day, it was time to leave. And there had been 2 cups of coffee gotten. It was that insane. And then tomorrow it'll be dead. So, some days I can write 1,000 words, some days I can write a word, if I'm lucky. So what shall we do while we're waiting for other people besides Cadargo to join us? Ooh, it says there's 7 people out there. Hi, people. If anybody's interested in grabbing a low-level tune and doing some patrols to get some leveling done, that would be awesome. We can join you.
I really wish I can just jump on and show how the new system's starting to come together, but
Well, you could do that tomorrow.
yeah, I will be doing that tomorrow because at least according to the preview, I got things laid out pretty well.
Okay.
Stuff's hidden that needs to be hidden, etc. I got things, unlike you, sized properly so you don't have NL cars going right through your game screen.
That's, yeah, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's only going through my mini map, so that doesn't affect things too much.
And anything on your top, and when you open your menu, when you open your character menu, because
Yeah. Let's see.
just a few little things here and there.
Yeah, well, I can always resize that, but honestly, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, well,
There you go.
but
See?
yeah.
Let's see, and it will stay there until the end of this. So, yeah, why don't you host tomorrow, and then you can show off your new setup.
Yeah, you got a preview of some of it, and it's going to look pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Would you like to do some patrols or something? Do you want to work on any of your new tunes?
Since I had 3 Delta recruits already, I only had to do a few missions. I only had to do a couple story arcs on one of them
Okay.
to get everything done.
Well, do you have anything you want to do before you have to head out today? Hi, Von Marcus. How are you?
I'm kind of feeling a Klingon recruit.
Okay.
Because I got to do randoms on him. I got to do story arcs on him still.
Well, let me grab Katha, who I'm still playing with on the Nandy. Still hemming and hawing. I've got the, Quark's Marauder from that pack if I decide to go that way. Oh, why are you disgruntled, Von Marcus?
I suppose being disgruntled is better than being gruntled.
Did you know that's actually a word? I was thinking about this today. Yeah. Somebody said it was a real word, and hang on. We will find out what gruntle is. To cause to be more favorably inclined, gain the goodwill of. She managed to mollify the angry customer, appease, assuage, conciliate, gentle, lenify, mollify, pacify, and placate.
I would have gone, it's the sister to Hensel.
Hensel and gruntled?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry you're disgruntled, Von Marcus. Is there anything we can do to assist you in your gruntlification? Well, if you're disgruntled and we add some gruntle to that, does it balance out?
Yes, we're here to even you out. We can play smooth Klingon jazz. We can play Smartora Melota.
Von Marcus, where do you live? Wow. What about the Cleveland Clinic? I mean, that's a good place for other things. I assume they have good doctors there. If your insurance would cover it.
We know how insurance gets sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say University of Chicago Hospitals is phenomenal.
You know what I found funny? I went to the grocery store the other day, work stuff. They had a sign out, free COVID shots at our pharmacy. And then in the fine print, we will bill your insurance company the fees. I'm sitting here going, wait, this free shot you're charging fees for?
Yeah, I know. Amazing. If you have an insurance well, okay, here it's if you have an insurance company, they will charge the insurance company for the cost of the injection, which is like $15 for the actual nurse to do it. If you don't have it, though, it's free.
Yeah, I need to find a place to get it free, so that would be probably this week or next week's job. Because I want to get out of the way.
Ooh, ouch. Hmm.
Figure if I mutate, I'm going to turn into a kaiju or something.
Well, maybe we have to do a GoFundMe for Von Marcus and get all this stuff paid for. We need to do some GoFundMes for all of our fleet mates. I mean, think about it. We could do that after Vegas, after we do our thing.
After you guys contribute to our GoFundMe to get, so we can do stuff for all of you guys.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of people here who could use some help.
I mean, yeah, I'm pimping our point, but damn it, as you soon will see, there's a whole story here. For us to go through and do all this stuff for you guys costs a lot.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But honestly, think about it. I mean, we have enough.
And we want to do more for you, so it costs more.
but but moving forward, I mean, if we got enough good people. What if we were to start figuring out which fleet people need help with stuff? Finding jobs, getting to a doctor who will cover, do this work for Von Marcus. We've got other people who are in bad financial shape. Think about all the things we could do.
Yep. Just need a bigger audience and need to get word out to everybody.
Wow. Wow, Von Marcus, that sucks. That sucks. I wish I had an answer for you.
That's the guy who's gonna not. The guy's gonna knock you out says no.
Well, they don't want to just knock you out. They want to make sure you'll wake back up again. Well, yeah, that is good. But yeah, let's hope that they can figure out what's going on and get everything treated so that you'll feel much better. All right. Let me see what's going on here. Let's get some gaming going before DT has to leave us for the day. We were going to do some leveling, right?
Yep. We can do it through story. We can do it through whatever.
We could do it through some story. Or, does anybody want to join us for some patrols?
I'm on Stormbound story-wise. So.
Okay. Have you just started it?
I got queued. I just got to go transwarp there is all.
Okay.
I queued it up when last I was running my Klingon, and then I just kind of.
Who are you on?
Correct. My recruit.
What is your level?
My level, which will help whoever joins out, is 65.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to go grab Kethva.
About to get a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, did you know on Tribble there was a raid on Space Dock today?
No. Is that what was going on that Kel was talking about?
Yep. Apparently, from what I found out from what it's being said, they were stress testing the servers. So those devs were jumping instances in space and on ground, and all these Klingon ships or all these Targs and Dinos and Klingons beamed in. and I will say it got very unstable very quickly.
Yeah, yeah, I would imagine it did. Yeah, that's a good point. Von Marcus, I assume that's a pacemaker, not a peacemaker. Peacemaker makes it really interesting, though.
Peace would be fun.
Yeah.
Watch it, you watch it. I got a cannon in my chest.
All right.
What's that? It's a Colt.
All right. I have got Stormbound. I will transwarp over there. If anyone would like to join us for Stormbound on KDF side, give me an X and we'll invite you in real quick. Otherwise, we're going to start this up.
The Lucari call this system home. Some of our
You
neighbors, like
Kronos
the
to-
and the Denobulans,
I guess I'm doing transwarp beaming.
Others, like the Nakul and the Zenkathi, have been somewhat cold.
This is
and
true.
distant, even hostile.
Okay. Mar Hockman, did you want to join us?
Yeah, remember this is Klingon, so
Yes.
for there is one thing to remember. We are Klingons. I believe that's how they.
You don't need to be any level for Stormbound. You can do it at any point.
You just gotta be through tutorial. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep. And Stormbound's nice because you get some decent gear out of it, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's decent ground gear, right? Or is
Yeah.
that- yeah.
Well, I think it's actually that it's a space ship, but
Oh, is it? Okay. One of
I
them is
think.
ground gear and one of them is space gear. Oh yeah, this is the quantum phase set, which isn't bad. Plus, it's 1,000 to lithium.
you're right. I think this is Chrome Fit. I don't remember. It's been so long.
I just looked it up.
Ah. But yeah, my hope is to get. My hope now, I hope now this week, I have gotten on my recruit. I've gotten all the ground kills done. I've gotten all the stealth kills done.
Wow.
I've gotten all the specialization points done. I've gotten all the endeavor points done. So all I have to do now is about 109 randoms, which hopefully will cure some of the stuff in the story arcs, and then my Klingon recruit is done.
Von Marcus, you're going to need to pick up the mission for yourself. I think you haven't done the one right before it. So you can just skip that one. This is in the Future Proof. Is that what we're in?
I believe it is.
Yeah, it's in Future Proof. Skip the first one, Sunrise, and just pick up Stormbound. And I know you can do that because I just did it. Okay. So if you guys want to transwarp over here, we'll go and hit this.
Yes. They're all in the beta
Oops.
quadrant.
Before I do anything else, though, let me do one thing really quick. There we go. Make life easier and put it on normal. Excellent. No, there shouldn't be. We're in a private, though, because we're being annoying. Hang on a second. Let me put us in... We are live. We're going to join Boom. He doesn't know this yet.
Yeah.
So now we're over here and We Are Live, and there's Von Marcus too. And anybody else who wants to join us can jump into We Are Live.
Even though we may not be live.
Hey, Boom, we are doing the episode Stormbound.
Which one's Stormbound?
It's Quantum Phase set. It's Taksu Tot, Tholians.
Oh.
It's a really short one. Do you want to? We're doing it on Klingons, though.
I'll skip then because I'm just
Okay.
going around Dyson.
Okay, well, we'll come down and join you in the Dyson Sphere in a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. Things are going on everywhere.
Yep. So Von Marcus, if you will get yourself over to the quadrant here.
Stormbound on my way.
Okie doke. There's a
Transwarping
transwarp in
now.
game.
Yep.
You know, there's part of me that wants to go figure out the nearest things for Tour of the Galaxy and then do like mission transwarps to get half of it done.
I feel bad I haven't played this character, I think, this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and start this up.
Begin Stormbound.
Begin Stormbound.
Launching.
Yeah, with the team, it's super easy. Great for leveling.
Good to see you again. Thank
I was having a heck of a time with this tune. I couldn't figure out why. I couldn't kill anything. It was taking forever.
Uh-oh.
I had her on elite.
Yeah, I've done stuff where I'm trying to do daily or something. Like, why isn't this damn thing dying?
I know. I mean, I know it's a low-level tune, but seriously?
I know my high-level tunes, if I'm just trying to do some kill accolades, I'm in a patrol and I'm on the lead, it's like, this is a lot harder than I remember.
Exactly.
It should be.
I was mashing the F key trying to pick up loot and accidentally clicked the dialogue because
Been there.
several times.
It's not like it's something I can be timed out on, so don't worry about it. Trying to just kill missions fast.
I was hoping to get this one up to... Is this one? Yeah, this one up to 50, so I can start... Can you do red alerts at 50, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
It's around there, yeah.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah, you can do some quick leveling if you're doing red alerts.
I remember when red alerts used to be.
Red alerts used to be our thing. DT and I would do a red alert, Japori, red alert... Oh, sorry, red alert, the Japori run, and another red alert. And you'd have everything leveled before we found out the joys of power leveling.
Well, I mean, back when you actually had to fly to red alerts.
Speaking of flying red alerts, somebody in chat, not from our fleet, but from A fleet, was saying they'd figured out which of the new events you can do as an AFK, and I didn't pay attention.
Oh, it's a torrential.
Probably the Agile Rescue, I guess. You don't technically need to save
One of the
anything,
things
do you?
I'd like to see them do in Star Trek Online is something that Cryptic has done with their new Magic Legends game.
Yeah?
Is anything that's like any of the TFOs, any of the red alerts, those kind of missions, patrols, those kind of things,
Mm-hmm.
you can choose when you queue for it if you want to be in a party or you want to tackle it solo.
You can do that with a lot of them.
Private.
Yeah, go to
What I'd
private.
But can you do red alert?
I don't
by
think...
yourself?
I...
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
really?
probably write another.
Really?
Hang on.
Supposedly you can, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Or teams, so it's not going to go
yeah,
that easily.
it's not
for
going to
you
show
guys.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Synthwave, you could solo it. And so if you wanted to solo it in AFK, it, you
Starbase
could.
1, you can solo.
Right.
Okay.
So when we're done here, I'll go take a look real quick and see if we can solo any of them.
Because they've got it very blatantly obvious. Hey, these are your options, you know?
Yeah, well, if you go
And
in
I'm
as...
not sure that's as clear here in Star Trek.
It wasn't well advertised, but I saw people chatting about it, and I think Ed mentioned it at one point.
I mean, quite honestly, I could... Boomer, I probably could solo Red Alert if we felt like it. Just gotta take the good ship in.
Mm-hmm.
Or the indestructible ship, depending on how we feel.
Yeah, one of the things with the Borg red alert is if you really pay attention, how long is the timer on that mission?
15 minutes.
Don't forget to equip and
Exceptionally
activate
generous
EV
compared to how
suits
long
before
people
you board the
actually
Folian
take.
ship.
Oh, definitely.
When they did the timer, remember this was more for it was more set up for for people who don't have builds like they are now, where
It
you
was
had
true.
Mark 12
P6
ships,
existed.
There
Mark
were
Twa-
days I didn't get through it.
Mark 12 ships, no equipment.
Everybody got an EV suit on?
Did you
Am
get
I
your
bridge
officer
officer?
suit? Okay.
I'm still loading.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that would explain why.
Hi, Bob Bear. How are you?
I don't know why I'm still loading. It's at 40. Come on.
Yes, I
Because
know
it's
some
special.
suit.
It is special. Well, mine's been timing out on the loading screen, so.
Alright, here I go. Alright,
Okay.
I'm in here. I'm in my EV suit. All right,
Okie
we're good.
dokie. Somebody's
think
not
everybody's got-
activated.
Yeah.
Try toggling it off and on again. There you go.
Yay.
This is such a pretty interior.
Probably don't want to use that one for this.
Oops.
It is. It's
No,
one of the
solar
nicer
gateways.
interiors, and we don't see it very often. Oops, wrong way.
Just as xenophobic and opportunistic
I mean,
in
this
your
is one of those that they could adapt it into a player ship interior, but it would need to be reworked. And, yeah.
They don't pay them to go build things like that, so don't even.
But they've got this already done, and write another story that utilizes it.
Well, one thing that Taco Fangs explained about how that works is
Mhm.
that if they're currently working on the interior
getting closer to the top
in
school top. Stay
question,
alert.
Yeah.
making a copy of it that's playable is a lot easier than if they'd finished building it years ago. And this
Ah,
is doable by
this
now.
is old. But it still is a great interior.
Mhm. I mean, this part we're in right now,
Mm-hmm.
a variation of this is what you have for the bridge.
The bridge should be just ahead.
But all we get's one room, but we get all of the cool foliated interactive consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that guy didn't last long.
I remember when that used to be really hard, but I guess that was before we had 4 people doing it at once.
Finally.
Yeah, I can barely shoot at anything over here.
Pew! Done. Pew! Done.
It's like, it's like
I'm just good just
I see
running
damage
around.
cams. Like, yes, I got one.
I'm spamming my crystal prism and just tapping one repeatedly
Yeah.
because the crystal prism is a. I just realized something. Caldano. Oh wait, no. He stayed in the shuttle bay. Never mind. I was wondering if he was using a life support belt.
No, he had an EV suit. I've done this mission. He's with you with an EV suit.
You know, if they ever do animated series focused stuff,
Technically, when you think about it, they do, because we have Caitians, we have Farazians who are,
But not
Indeed.
focused. I mean, they're pulling things from it, but
and the fact that our characters all have force fields so we don't die is pretty much out of the animated series.
oh, pitiful. Minor details.
Pitiful, she says.
yes, the
Rise,
sad
early
rice.
20s. Wow. Rain on rice. Guess they haven't
This is
installed
the
the
crummy
weather
rain. I like the old rain better.
I have
You're-
to say, this is like torrential downpour.
I know, the old one was like this soft shower, sprinkling rain. It was so pretty.
We have to hide the device very well.
I guess we all
Let it
find a
fall into
spot,
the
and then
wrong
it's
hands
pretty much
again.
done, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
grab a
Very
spot because he's going to. None of them is really the right spot.
Right, like the third or fourth
The
one.
third spot is always
regardless.
the perfect spot.
No,
That's
it's always
I
the
still think
last
that's
one.
it.
Oh,
Okay.
See, it was one of them.
You under-
And we'll never know which one it was.
Okay,
It
so
wasn't
I know
mine.
There was at least one spot that didn't actually get touched. So yeah, I guess you might be right about it being the third one.
Yeah, it's always the third one. This
Technically,
likes
because there were
thirds and
4 of us
fifths.
digging at the same time, we hit all 4 spots, so who knows?
Setting course.
Well, there might be more than just 4 spots in the cave, though.
I think
Not
there's 5.
100% sure.
I think there's 5 or 6 actually.
Yeah.
There's some in the back of the cave.
You know, if they'd been really inspired with the Tholians, though, they would have had them climbing on the ceilings and the walls rather than everybody being on the ground. And that would have been freaky.
Well, that's because of the fact that they would have to code the physics engine to do that.
I'm aware of that, but that would have just messed with me.
Oh, it would have been great.
Oh, yeah.
I used to play the AVP game back in the day, and that was the most fun thing about playing a Xenomorph is the fact that you can walk on the ceiling.
Zork Player 1, hi, how are you? Boom. Something disappears. Bye, Caldano. Bye.
Oh yeah, that's also one of the things that DCUO does that Champions Online does is they actually have a travel power in DCUO that lets you climb walls.
Oh, I want that. Zork Player, I use Streamlabs, which is an OBS, but it's not OBS. Wolfie says there's an upgrade to OBS coming out.
Go get that.
Anyone know what you can use these command credits for in command credits in the battle zone?
Yeah, you can use
You
them to
call it
request
reinforcements, or you call
request reinforcements after you've captured a zone, and it helps to hold the zone longer so you don't have to go back and police it later. And for you get a mark for every 1 or every 10 that you use. So if you go to Commander Arnold, there is a daily event where you need to use enough credits to get, 10 marks, something like that, and then you get some extra dilithium for it too.
Yeah, I mean, they give you all of the little command credits just for being there, so you might as well spend them while you have them.
Well, I've gone to them and accepted the daily, but I've still got 80 of them in the bank, in the inventory. for some
They will
reason.
disappear after, after an hour? No, hold on. Those are the ones that stay with you, right?
They disappear after 2 hours.
After
of
2
being-
hours, yeah. So the next time you're in a zone and you complete it,
Were you able to locate
you should get a little prompt that says request reinforcements, and you can use all of them at once actually, because it'll let you do 50, and if you still got some left over, it'll let you do 30, then 20, then 10.
Did you guys ever take a close look at his crew?
No.
This one lady over here appears to be a Romulan.
probably is.
Hang on, let me go take a look. Who are you looking at here?
She's Romulan Helm Officer up here.
An
The other
Andorian?
one.
Oh, I'm looking at the Andorian.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one over here.
The Ensign Medic.
That's a good name, Ensign Medic.
But yeah, she appears to be Romulan.
Interesting. Did anyone try CPR on Caldano here?
Yeah, I've already got everything answered where we can beam out.
Alrighty. Zork Player 1, I like Streamlabs just because there's so many functions built into it, but OBS is fine, especially if you just want to do like recording. I used OBS for recording for a long time.
Oh, I just thought of something. What does he have as it? Oh wait, that's the engineer bridge officer. That's the science bridge officer. Where's the tactical bridge officer station? Oh, the tactical bridge officer station is this back console that's
Serve the
empty.
Empire well. Congratulations, General.
We already looked at all the
Congratulations,
officers,
General.
yes.
Congratulations.
Well, that was nice. That got me up to 47. I went up 3 levels on that.
Yay.
Time and Tide.
Yeah, we can do Time and Tide.
Double check to make sure I have that one.
Should be the next one in the
That's the
sequence.
next one after Stormbound.
Alright, well, I will join you guys again after I take Doggo out and settle her down for the night.
Okay.
I will return. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I also had Time and Tide on the to-do list.
Serve the Empire well.
No problem. I can run it again with Von Marcus because he'll be gone for a little bit. Where's your body with the accent? Which accent, Zork player? We've got so many of them. Which accent? We've got Pi. He's got a Danish accent. We've got WC. He's got an Australian accent. We have Ed. He's got a German accent. We've got Boom. He's got a English accent.
No, Boo's from Atlanta. It's
Yeah, I
Atlanta
know.
accent.
No, he's got an Atlanta accent.
I ain't no getting rid of my accent, even if I'm in the south.
I know I'm making jokes about that one, so
I've told you about the guy who used to be in the office next to me who was from Germany, but he spent 8 years in Detroit, and you could hear it underneath the German or above the German, but he used the local idioms that were from that part of Michigan. And I'm listening to him once going, Ralph, are you from Michigan? Because nobody except Michiganians say words the way you're saying them. It's very weird. We have a certain order of words. Oh, Ed. Yeah, Ed has been having no end of internet issues and then real life issues, but he has been in touch with one of our players and he will be back. So just be patient. You know, when one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. That's kind of what happened.
till then, you just have to go tune in and find out more in the Mom in the Morning show.
Yeah, well, that's all we know.
Weekdays
That's all we
on
know for the
Dark
moment.
Consortium.
Yes. It's all we know for the moment, but we're crossing fingers that it'll be one day soon. Every day I get up and it's like, maybe Ed'll be here today. Maybe Ed'll be here today.
Or is it, I think I Ed, I think I Ed, I think I Ed.
By all I know is that it's real life issues, but yeah, we've got some people in the fleet who have been in touch with him, and he's working to get everything figured out. So hopefully he'll have his internet and be back in touch with us. But yeah, people have been in touch with him. I'm not one of them, so I just have to rely on hearing things through the grapevine, but yeah. So fingers crossed, all will be good. Yeah, he is in good health. It's internet and other issues that are keeping him away from us. Yeah, tell me about it. So, everybody keep a good thought for Mr. Internet, fixing things up. Shall we go ahead and do Time and Tide, and I will redo it with Von Marcus in a little bit?
Yep.
Because I know you've got to go.
By the time we get that done, it'll be about time to go after that, yeah.
All right, so let's launch for Time and Tide. In the Delta Quadrant. Woohoo! I'll rephrase that by, for Ed, he's in good health, yes. We need to work on that. And beginning.
Everybody's going to be in their little pet projects.
Can we share this one? Doesn't look like... We can't share this one.
All right. Then we're rolling individually, so...
Okay, well then, in that case, Von Marcus doesn't have to worry about sharing it with us.
Right.
Which one is Time and Tide?
Please report to the USS Postok.
It's a pleasure to see you again. Time travel. Are you
Actually, we're on the same instance apparently because I see your numbers on the map.
Yeah, there we are. Okay, that was weird.
Perhaps when we warp it, you were looking at the warp in animation, and that was
Oh, it's
that's only
giving...
going to show you a ship. Like it's only going to show you a ship going.
No, but I was looking
Through-
at the bridge crews or the away teams, and it usually lets you see the whole team.
Oh yeah, that it was kind of weird. It's like I see like one or two, and just like I know I was seeing my holographic bridge officer beam down.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, wait, who's this other person?
Yeah.
But it's only the two of them.
Here we are.
Welcome. Oh, all right, Delian. We.
The Naku.
Attention all guests. The main hall is now open. Please make your way to your seats.
Well,
Everyone go talk to people.
very greeting.
Oh, look, there's Cardassians in the audience.
Delegates and honored guests, your attention, please.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow.
About to begin. Please take your seats.
This is a really empty auditorium.
To witness this historic event.
It says
Oh, there's some
representative
people on-
from
there's some
dozens.
people on-
It says from dozens of places. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people there.
Of course, this is
8 people.
Oh, I see some people on the top row there. There's 6 and one. There's like a dozen in a section. I see some people.
Oh,
on the
okay.
top.
There I see some more.
The bottom two layers are just the dignitaries. The actual crowd is up in the gallery. See?
We will liberate the galaxy from the tyranny.
Oh no! Shut up! You already annoyed me.
And it's annoying because you can't do it with the cutscene.
Federation from history.
You're gonna see random.
I'm not. I'm part of the Klingon Empire. You fool!
You fool, you fools.
The delegates hostage.
Do we have to rescue the Vorta?
No.
The Krenim have grabbed it. Watch out! Port Krenim beaming in. Port Krenim, neutralize them as quickly as possible. We need to save those delegates.
Don't think it's an issue.
Anybody hear us? The Krenim are holding us hostage in the embassy offices. Please, anyone, help!
The Krenim are holding us hostage, requesting immediate assistance. Hang on, we're on our way.
Release the Targs.
Resist, and your safety cannot be
Technically, we do have to rescue the Vorta.
Yeah, we do, but we don't have to like it.
You up in the room? Going into the main room.
Got this one. Oh, this is the Lucari.
And people are just going into the conference hall, walking in there. Do 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 do.
Sad part is I'm running this in a VV suit. I forgot to change out to regular armor.
This wasn't supposed to.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, it
No,
did.
let me write that
What did-
down.
Hey,
This
I
wasn't supposed-
just saw a Talaxian walk past me.
Wow.
This
Well,
conference
that's because there was a Talaxian on the delegation floor that just skipped through.
no survivors.
See what happens when you rush through stuff?
Yeah, I trust you guys to protect me. Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
Well, I mean, I was killing things.
I get so
Killing
used to
things.
doing this with a ship that's got some power and, a tune that's a little bit more developed, and I go racing in just like I would for those, and then it's like, oh, yeah, right, no. Level 47 with garbage gear.
Yeah, my gear set on this ship is, well, I mean, it's a Cardassian ship with Cardassian weapons.
Cardassians build good beam weapons, though. Are you having doubts of the superiority of Cardassian technology?
It almost sounded like a Vorta.
I don't know, I thought I was channeling a little bit of Garrick there.
There's a bit of Garrick in there.
They're not cool. They're not.
First few times I played this, it was so frustrating because I couldn't defeat these ships.
It's one of those fights where you have a weird assortment of enemies that do all sorts of different things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's probably a large part of the reason why a lot of people have trouble with the Procyon 5 mission, is because the fact that you have the Sphere Builders, the Nakul, the Krenim.
Go with a tank. No worries.
We'll just kill things quicker.
Yeah.
Both work.
Go with a tank and then have somebody kill things quickly while you're holding everything's attention for the tank. It's pretty easy. Mom's seen this work.
Yes, and I've
Oh, yeah.
also seen it be an absolute disaster. I've seen it work great, though, on occasion.
If you're running with some of us, you know what we're doing.
And if we don't get blindsided by picking it up as a random, that's usually not the sign of a good day.
Procyon with people who don't know what they're doing is bad.
Or we can safely say in the TFOs that we do, we've done stuff with people who know what they're doing, but don't have the gear to do it.
Yeah, well, that's part and parcel of it. So, Bob Bear, yes.
People who don't have any business in an elite TFO.
Bob Bear, this isn't a hard one when I've got a decent ship. But when I first was doing it, wow, somebody was unhappy there?
When you're first doing it, you don't know what you need for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't have very good ships way back then.
Well, also, your current build is in a rather squishy ship.
Yeah.
Good
Well, I mean,
ship.
it's a good ship, but she's only level 47, and she did the level 47 by doing a ton of the
Anorak's
AFKs.
Folded like a paper target.
Yeah.
Time for time stream combat. Gotta say that. Gotta give the devs props for coming up with that idea because it's unique. But
The effect or the idea of a time stream fight?
well, I mean, just the simple fact that you're doing a battle where you're constantly moving forwards, chasing your enemy.
Yeah, but that makes so much sense. I'm so glad they put it in.
The Harry Kim mission, we're doing that.
Yeah.
Well, what I was getting at though is that it's something unique and different in a good way.
Totally. No disagreement. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I timed
Yeah,
out.
when I saw it, I'm like, ooh, this mission is going to be fun to strategize for later. Okay, see if I can remember where the
We're gonna wait for Mom to get back in.
On my
Alright.
way. I timed out again.
Okay, so we could discuss the possibility of attempting to read Crenham writing.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, it's you. Come now, you can read.
Like I said, Tracy.
um,
Was working on the anoraks.
did Darkthorn?
Wait a minute.
I got disconnected, so if you guys,
Protocols and
Oh boy.
First one, then the other, then the other.
I just thought of something. That decoration on the front of her uniform. Do we have the ability to use that as a costume prop?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Looks like a bunch of weird circuitry that's like pinned to her
Yeah.
shirt.
looks like you guys are playing on without me. So
No, I'm in the cutscene.
I'm taking command of the Anoraks now.
I was holding off on the cutscene
I
before.
can see that bothers
I just walked into the room and went to the
Okay.
cutscene.
So
Who's
will
down?
numerous bombs I've left behind.
Well,
Okay, let's
if
see
you get
where
back
we
in-
are.
Yeah, apparently somebody went through a bunch of the step disarmament charges, which aren't showing up yet.
No, the charges are there. I haven't disarmed them.
I'm disarming now.
Okay.
Pick one.
Well, we'll see if it works or not. I did, however, manage to remember the location of one of the bombs. Because when I walked into the room, I stood next to where I thought one of the bombs was going to be. Oh well.
Well, apparently we did that. I'll go revive her.
Pick up Trala. Wait, oh, it was this person.
You don't even know who you're supposed to revive. I really.
Okay, somebody can access the logs over there.
Please input your selection below.
Personal logs.
Personal log. Supplement.
Deal contents of computer.
We're under attack.
Bob Bear says, Noya the annoying is escaping. Yes, indeed.
Core of my being.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Anytime what
He's
Sergeant
very
Sarcasm.
Noya is well named for that.
I don't know. I get my flashbacks and they brought them back. I keep thinking the Noid from Domino's.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they brought him back.
Did they?
That's been a while.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they're I saw a new Domino's pizza commercial with the Noid.
Wow. Let's see if this comes out. Yep, there we go.
I have been as buddy.
This is Walker.
All right.
More Crenham ships to shoot holes in.
Hey, WC, how are you?
Lots of random ships to shoot at.
Excuse me.
Noi has learned some new tricks. This definitely isn't the same Anoraks we left a few minutes ago.
Who's WC?
Who cares?
There it is.
Oh. That's an unfortunate abbreviation.
Yes, it is. Ooh, finance, my specialty. I'm going to go off topic here for 1 second. Hey, WC, I've been telling you about the joys of the software that I use at work. I found out the other day the reason it doesn't work as accounting software is because it's not accounting software. It's finance software.
It was purchased by someone who doesn't know the difference.
Yeah, exactly. They sold it as accounting software, and after going through it, I found the original paperwork dating to 1999. The stuff was designed for finance, not for accounting. And it shows.
Yeah, this is one mission where carriers are uniquely bad because of the fact that the pets will not keep up with you ever.
Yes, Bob Bear, when Von Marcus returns, we would like to assist y'all.
Oh, I've been back. I've just been waiting for y'all to wrap up this
I know.
chunk. But yeah, I'm game for whatever.
Okay. So what do you need help with, Bob Bear? Because DT has got to leave us to go do some stuff.
Oh, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
A rope.
This is kind of the next best thing I got to streaming myself at the moment, so here I am.
We'll take it. We will take it.
Yay!
Alrighty. So
Yeah,
that's
Von Marcus, between you and Boom, you gotta take over for me, so Steph has to go die spectacularly.
I don't have any Klingons that can really do that yet.
that's okay. I can switch over to a spectacular Klingon. Oh, would you like you?
Or you guys can run Fed for all.
Oh, Bob Bear wants to join us. That's cool. So, tell you what, DT, are you good to stay for a while, or do you need to leave?
I can give you about another 15 minutes.
Okay. So let's do 15 minutes.
Do you want to do a quick patrol?
We could do a quick patrol. We can go Fed, or we can.
I've got a Klingon that I could use the levels on, so...
Okay. So, Bob Bear, we're going to go do a patrol on KDF. Do you want to join us? Yeah, we're doing some KDF recruit leveling for folks. One more level's all I need.
So you got 2 more from that mess.
Yeah, I got 2 more from that mess.
Guess we better do a patrol then.
Hang on. Okay, Bob Bear's going to log in. We're going to go without him, so I've invited Mon... Oh, I'm not the team leader. Okay.
Oh, right.
Dun, dun,
Crap.
dun.
Everyone but me disconnected at some point.
Oh, okay, so you're the team leader. Would you invite Mon Varkas? I was wondering how that happened.
Hold on. I'll just do that.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes life easy too. All right.
Alright, should I match level?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, because I'm level 31 at the moment, so...
Yeah, go for it.
Alright. Go.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You'll die in a big explosive fireball many times.
I don't know, the worst is I could live through it.
All right, so let's do Wanted Argala. DT, what's your level? 65?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Wanted
All right.
Argala then?
Advanced or
Alrighty.
elite?
Elite.
Alright.
This will get challenging. Launching.
Launching.
Gulp.
Oh,
The ship,
Get on,
the
Phil.
ship isn't even mastered yet.
it will be when we're done.
It will be where we're going.
That's the point.
I mean, it's one of several things you can do with patrols.
Yeah, Ed and I leveled one of my tunes, Captain Speed Demon, just on patrols. We did the tutorial and came back and just
Doing
went
patrol
crazy.
points, somebody made this 65 in like about 8 hours of patrols.
We did it in 3.5 hours. 2 morning episodes, 2 hours each.
Is anyone else staring at a big red 13?
Big Red 13, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what happened there. Oh well. We'll kill them anyways.
What happened?
Mom's the team leader, so it's setting our level to,
You matched my level, right? Of nothing.
and the enemy are set to 65.
Well, my top left corner says I'm level 31, and apparently it looks like we're fighting at level 52.
Yeah, I'm level 52 for fighting.
Oh, okay. Like, if Mom's high level, that doesn't
No.
sound like a high enough number.
No, this is my recruit.
Okay. Well, you got my recruit beat.
As I said, I set this one up to do all the, what was the last event? The one just before Red Alert? Synthwave.
You have entered. Looks like our fight got them.
I had her doing the synthwave over and over and over and over.
Part of First Contact
Mm-hmm.
this year. Yeah, I just did the ground patrol.
I did the ground patrol sometimes, but because you could AFK it, and I wanted her to get the experience, so I had her just running it over and over and over when I was working.
Well, I didn't know you could AFK it. I've just got my
Yes, you can AFK
my-
it on solo
main-
AFK.
Oh wow, my main tactical character just plows through it.
Well, because it's
I
time
just
gated.
Time gate. Anything time gate, you can AFK.
Two of his
These-
British
these defenses-
officers
Dying
If
faster
that's a
because-
Starbase 1, you can AFK.
have the craftable sniper rifle. I've got the shotgun, and I was able to get 2 of the Tommy guns out of the First Contact event, back when that was a reward.
Oh yeah.
So my entire team is made to kill Borg on the ground. It's like,
Well,
come
that's
on,
that's the
get
one
in
I'd like
range.
to do for enjoyment, because that was fun. But for
No,
leveling low
man.
tunes,
You need bunches of Lex throwing knives.
presidential hand axe. It's cathartic to take them on. Just whacking them.
The coolest thing about the Discovery Rep set melee weapon is
Mhm.
the fact that it looks like you're just punching people with your bare hands.
Well, there is that too.
Isn't there an energy weapon that looks like you're firing like DPZ bolts out of the palm of your hand?
Yeah, that's the Lucari piezoelectric wrist device.
Okay.
I love that thing. And you can set it to do a healing mode too, so you can beam healing energy onto your neighbors and onto equipment too.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
splasher
that'd be
around
awesome.
you.
Zara actually gave it to her medical bridge officer.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But they don't. But they won't. But they won't. But they won't. You can't make them switch to the healing firing mode. So, what point is it? They're only going to use in the primary mode, which is damage.
So you do the healing mode and just keep your team alive while they slaughter everything. I
Yeah,
don't see the problem with that.
exactly. And you're still killing stuff in the healing mode. It's just not as much. But you notice they never do a third. They never do option 3 as far as weapon fire. So they will never switch modes on that weapon.
Well, can your away team use the secondary mode, or can they only use
No.
primary
Yeah.
mode?
They only use the primary.
Yeah, that's what I was writing, and then it occurred to me maybe I'm wrong.
I thought that they could use like at least normal secondary fire modes.
Well, how would they switch?
Yeah, but it's the third action.
Oh, how,
yeah.
how do you
They
set
can
them to
do
do?
the-
How do you set them to do the normal secondary mode?
I
Yeah.
just let it happen.
And just
Normal secondary they'll do whenever they can.
okay.
Yeah.
If it uses an option 3 like the rifle butt or switching modes for the electric this device, they won't do it. So
That's why I like having two of my
I've
bridge
noticed
officers
that
with
when I
Tommy
give
gun.
my bridge officers those weapons that you can remodulate to change the damage type,
Yeah.
they spam that incessantly.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't noticed them spamming.
I hadn't noticed
always,
that.
Yeah, they always seem to get. If I ever do that, they always seem to be stuck in phaser mode.
Bob Bear, what issues are you having with Star Trek Online today?
Okay, Kula's dead. And not a Kula's friends.
What friends? I
Pew.
don't see any friends here.
Nobody's got friends here right now. Let's look at that one.
Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector. There have been rumors that the Borg are fighting large-scale battles. We have little
Yeah, I
evidence
got
of
level.
who- We have the suspect in custody.
Okay. Mar Hockman, were you saying that you were having problems loading the game today?
Is it this weird thing where sometimes when you click the engage button,
Mm-hmm.
instead of going to the normal loading screen, it just gives you a black screen and just stays that way. I actually went into Task Manager and then watched the program's resource usage stats, and it's like the program just completely froze.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bob Bear's running into the same thing. Was there a workaround, or you just tried
The
it
only
again?
thing I've been able to do to fix it, sort of, is to kill the program in Task Manager and then restart it because it's random whether it does that or not.
Okay, so did you hear
It's
that, Bob Bear?
it's a server-based issue. It'll freeze a program. Anyway, I am getting out of here.
Yeah, DT has to go off and do real life stuff. Yeah, I know. So we're going to take a 3-minute break so DT can say ta. I'm going to run over to the kitchen and knead my bread for 2 minutes, and then I'll be right back. So DT, hey, have a great night. For everybody else, we'll be back in 3 minutes.
Have a good
For
evening,
me,
DT.
you will. If you don't see me when I return, you'll see me tomorrow.
Yep. And DT will be hosting tomorrow, so you can see his new screen setup.
It's still I switched some things around in how the stream's gonna look.
I gotta turn on some lights so you can see me all. All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes. DT, I will talk to you later.
You got it.
Bye. Everybody else, stick around. We'll be right back. And we are back. And we're going
Fun. She can't catch all of us.
to... Yeah. Okay, do we want to go Federation for this one or KDF?
Well, for VREX hunting, you're really better off not actually being teamed with each other.
Yeah, because you can take down your way team with
It
you.
used to be that the zone would let you bring both of your bridge officers, whether you were teamed or not, but they fixed that apparently.
Yes, they did. Yes,
Alright,
they
so I need
did.
to tackle that on Fed.
Okay.
Okay, well, as another bug then, if you're doing a TFO in between running around the zones, when you beam back in, you lose your bridge crew.
Yes, you got to be careful. There is a way to pick them back up, and I can't remember that off the top of my head.
Just beam up and beam down, I guess.
Yeah, there used to be a command you could put into the chat box.
Oh, right. Because there is the request reinforcements button in the team list, but for some reason, that may or may not actually be active.
But yeah, there used to be one you could actually write in there, and it's been 2 years because this was a glitch they had for a long time, where they would just disappear. Let's see who's got some decent ground skill here. Not Kethma. No.
I have
Oh,
decent ground skill on my
fine.
on my character. I can bring Kasiki. He's pretty
Kasiki's good. Oh, isn't Kasiki? No, Kasiki's Federation, right?
He is Federation.
Yeah, that's cool. Oops.
Okay, well, I'm in number 8.
I will be there in a moment.
I'm having a problem
And
logging
it's
in for
actually
some reason.
kind of quiet.
Yeah, Frost, there is an issue today with people trying to log in. So if you are unable to log in, from what Mar Hawkman just said, kill it in Task Manager and try again. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the key thing that
Ooh.
I was seeing that I would say is what you would need to look for if to know that this is the right choice is that you see a black screen where it's literally not doing anything.
I just assumed
Also, when that
was
happens,
mom causing
if I
problems.
alt tab to a different program, I can't alt tab back. It just refuses to become the active window.
Wow. That's
Because
annoying.
you said something mean about it.
Yeah, it's like the program completely locked up and just stopped doing anything.
That's actually a display driver issue.
I mean, because if I look at the memory usage in Task Manager, the number for memory usage literally does not move.
That'll be a display driver issue. That your best way around that is if you set the game to be windowed full screen, or just window it rather than full screen, because then that allows the 2D rendering part of Windows to still be operational. So it means even if the driver does balls up, you can still alt tab out.
But why would it be happening to a couple of different people then?
What is described isn't the same as the thing that you described before. That's two separate issues.
Okay. Apparently we're split up, so let's all go to to Battle Zone 11.
Hold on a second, I'm not there yet.
Well, I'm picking a spot where there's only 3 players, so there's plenty of room for all of us to get there.
Well, there's 5 now, but sure.
Okay. Bob Bear, if you want to join us, we are in Battle Zone 11. And we are
Let's
not
see.
teamed up.
I have a person named Untak, which is Goofy.
Greetings, evening.
Greetings!
Whereabouts in 11 are you?
Down in the command center. By Commander Arnold.
Do-do-do.
And Boom ran out the door to get going over into the city. Oh, well. It's fine.
That's fine.
We
No,
have
fine.
to go kill a whole bunch of bots in the city anyways.
I got it.
I'm
So
a
my
command
daily is for this other side over here.
Oh, goody. That makes the beginning of my day good. All right, since the far ones are done on the park, if you're going to do anything on the park, stay with either the transporter or the 2 in the southeast section, and ignore the 2 that are in the middle and towards the northeast. Because that puts you too far away from the Dino Land when it pops.
Yeah, you really don't want to be on the far side of the area.
Yeah, whoever started this did it right. They got the ones that are farthest away done. It'll pop when there's still 1 or 2 zones in each area left.
Well, see, what it is that you're filling the control meter, and the control meter's percentage will take into account some of the times things that you've already done and lost.
Okay, I'm here next to Ketha.
Me?
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Are you picking up stuff from Commander Arnold? I always pick up the missions from him because it's extra dilithium. Hey, Duffy, the other Duffy. Hi, the other Duffy.
I mean, yeah, if you're here, you might as well.
Yeah, I always pick him up, even if I'm not running it at that moment. All right, let's go over and handle the outskirts. Hi, WC.
Yeah, I'm currently doing the south part of the map because it's where my daily it says to break things.
Yep, mine too.
Oh, I just had to destroy the Virosaurus Rex, so...
Oh, you had one?
No, I'm just saying that's
Oh.
my only thing I've got to do on my
Right.
to-do list for endeavors.
Yep. So jump in and join us.
Yeah, I'm down here.
Okay. So I'm in the outskirts.
I'm not sure which one I'm in. Lower...
We're in 11.
Left? Yeah, I'm in lower left of 11.
I am
So-
down in the outskirts, which is the southwest segment, and I'm in the one
Okay.
that's in the... Boy, it's hard to do clocks on that. Maybe 2 o'clock position? 1 o'clock position?
Alright, I'm closer to, I guess... 10 o'clock position?
Oh, okay. Well, go do that one if you want to.
I'm guessing. Okay.
Defeat
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was
Valkyrie.
in range of at least one step of the T-Rex,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, the
'Cause my
outskirts...
character's not
they actually
fast.
did do 2 of them this time.
Oh, we'll keep an eye on it, and when it looks like we're getting a little bit closer, we'll go camp.
The Decentris mechs are actually a really good way to get captain kills.
They can be. Unless, of course, that's what your intention is, and then they will never pop. If that's what I come out to do on this one, it never happens.
Yeah, it's kind of weird sometimes.
Well, the other day, it was dropping them like crazy. And of course, I didn't have any captain kills that day. That was not my endeavor.
Alright, so it looks like 12 o'clock has been taken.
Yes.
So thank you to whoever did that.
Okay, so Duffy is next to one of the capture points, where you just stand there and wait for things to step into the firing.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah. So I'm working
These
on.
are actually really good for characters that build fortifications, because the fact that while you're waiting for enemies to show up, you can just...
Oh yeah, you could just drop everything. Almost all of my ground builds are built around, oh look, here's a quiet corner for a minute. Let me drop every defensive thing I have. But hey, I survived the ground battle, so I can't complain.
Ooh, here's a fun trick. I actually discovered a way to make Polynax's AI just completely spaz out.
Really? How do you do that?
Oh, well. Okay, the trick is something that you do with the forensic scanner thing. What was this exact module? Talshiar forensic scanner. The Polynaxes that attack these points will attempt to path around them. So if you put down one of those scanning fields, they will try to walk around the scanning field, which makes it take longer for them to get into the capture point.
Huh.
Although you kind of have to put it in front of them. If you put it on top of them, sometimes they'll decide the quickest way to get out of it is to walk forwards.
Now that's interesting.
It's a general thing with certain abilities that the AIs will know that they're a terrain hazard, so the AI will try to stay out of them. But certain AIs shouldn't do that because they kind of sort of have reasons to follow a certain event script, like those polymaxes.
Mm-hmm.
Their reason for existing is to stand in the middle of a capture point and try to force you out of it. Oh well.
Well, that was fun. Killed one of the mini bosses.
Oh hey, there's someone here. Wait, who is this anyways? Okay, that's a bridge officer. Where's the captain?
And I swear I'm not wasted.
Oh, Ranko. Darlexa. Okay. Guess that's just random.
Somebody's breathing into their mic.
We call it Darth Vadering in the
Darth
business.
Vadering, excellent.
So in the upper left, where exactly does the Vivisaurus thingamabobby do spawn?
Okay, there's 3 sections. In the top section, it's going to be the southwest corner. In the outskirts, it is going to be at the center.
Well, yeah, pretty close. It's actually right next to the
Transporter.
Too.
And the city. If you look at the map, there's 3 zones that are not marked in any color, red or blue. Those points are where the dinos spawn. And we're getting a little closer, but I still am going to bet it'll be a little bit
about
further.
halfway.
Yeah. And I wasn't paying attention, so I have to go back and finish off my zone over here. Somebody left their Lachi Walker hiking around here.
2 of them.
Gotta get its exercise somehow.
Yeah, that's true.
Did I give that to one of my bridge officers? I sometimes just... Well, I mean, you can't summon more than a certain number of combat pets.
Well, you can do the Alachi Walker and the Flaming Targs.
Well, see, then notice how there's 2 Jackal Mastiffs standing next to me? That's because my doctor has the Jackal Mastiff.
Ah.
And the Isolum Porta is my Vorta bridge officer. No, it's not a real Vorta. It's just an alien I made to look like a Vorta.
Yeah, like DT and his Federation Klingon before you could do Federation Klingons. Alright. So the park is done. Outskirts are getting really close. So if you want to do Boom, this would be a fine time for you to go camp out in the park.
One step ahead of you. I'm
Okay.
already there. I've already got
Excellent.
everything set up, and there's also 3
this
people here already.
Is actually the hardest to get to the dino spawn point in is the city.
Yeah, it is.
You literally have to run the entire length of the freaking zone to get there.
If you beam in, you have to, well, even if you leave from the center zone, you have to go out, down, around a corner, hang a right, really sharp right, swing up the hill. Okay.
I've actually timed it and figured out that the teleporter is actually a longer distance to run than going from the command center.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to camp out here.
Outskirts is one where you don't really need to camp because since it's in the middle, you're pretty much always near it.
This is true.
But it's getting there before the majority of the damage has been done.
Right. And if I'm just playing this,
Well,
that's a whole different story.
Well, just look at the Battlezone Ally control meter, and when it gets above 90%, that's when you need to be ready to move. Right now, though, it's something like 65, 70.
Well, I'm going to head over to the city then and do a little damage there.
I guess I should go find my away officer that's unconscious somewhere.
That's a good thing, yeah. They come in handy.
What gear did you give them?
I don't remember.
Well, you can look at it, you know.
Out of the garbage then. Because, like I said before, my doctor is actually wearing the entire Lucari rep set. She doesn't die very often.
I didn't go that far.
Ooh, we are getting closer now.
See, because having to doing all of the projects to buy the rep gear, and then for costume unlocks or whatever you want to use it for is great. And if you decide you wish to use that particular gear, you just swap gear with your bridge officer because you already have it.
And of course, he got stuck on some sort of terrain.
That happens.
You know what? He's alive. That's all that matters.
Well, I'm in the city now.
Oh yeah, but by the way, did you guys get the achievement for the hollow worms in the Dyson zone?
Where it says, "What is the worm doing here?" That one.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Well, I figured you'd done it because you love doing the achievement hunter thing. I was just asking if you.
Well, I did it the other day with a tune who I'd never brought down here, and I'd forgotten that they even had the worms down here.
I don't think I have it.
It's out in the park, I believe. And they just pop up.
There's this patch of ground that's just okay. We're getting close on control. We're up to 90%.
Okay, can somebody tell me where this guy's gonna spawn?
Sure. Look at your mini-map.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay, there's 3 zones that don't have color, one in each section. In the park section, it's the lower left-hand corner. In the outskirts, it's the center, right next to the transporter. And in the city, it is the bottom of the city section, south of the transporter. If you're not in any of them right now, go to the one at the outskirts because the transporter will bring you right next to where the dinos are going to pop.
Yeah, I'm where one of them's gonna pop right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, speaking of popping.
Yep.
Now.
Right next to you, Mom.
Okay, I see a Kasiki. So there's going to be 2 Voth medics up here. And then you'll also have the dinosaurs. Uh-oh, Tarsy's stuck behind the train. Tarsy, oh no, Tarsy, my dear Tarsy. She's caught behind the force field. I have no idea how she got back there.
Carefully?
The force field doesn't actually materialize until it gets to the waiting section of this.
Well, somehow she wound up behind it and couldn't get back out. Now she's out, and I don't know
if she
how.
was already standing there in the force field, did its thing. One thing I kind of feel sorry for and wish I could do something about is when I used that crystal prism to summon medics, they tend to die a lot.
Yeah.
Because they don't have gear like bridge officers do.
No, they don't. So in order to play it and still have a good conscience about it, I've just decided that they're holographic and I don't have to worry about them quite so much. Like when I have to execute somebody, I'll execute a hologram before I'll execute a person.
I'll just I just go with the idea that it has an emergency beam out protocol. It's like, oh, time for you to go back to the ship and take a nap.
I need 6 more command credits.
Come on, Dino.
Do-do-do.
Any minute now.
It is interesting that the Orion NPC that it summons for this is actually rather tall. I mean, not extremely tall, just, above average height for Orion.
I have a tendency to make my tunes on the taller side, probably because I wanted to be tall. That didn't happen.
I never work out why sometimes when I look at that, I look at my character and it's the tallest that the slider will go. Yeah, every time I go Deep Space Nine, there's at least half of the station that's taller than me.
Yes,
I have
which
no idea what that is.
make your legs longer.
Okay,
Seriously.
this is weird.
So you make yourself as tall as you can be, and then you elongate your legs, and it'll make you taller.
That sounds like a bug.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Is it just me, or is this particular dino taking forever?
Yep.
Oh crud! That's what happened.
What?
In the city, one of the points regressed while we were coming
Hang
to.
on. I'll go get it. Yell if the dinos come. Because it's right up
It's over in the park. We're having a disco. People are dancing. We've got a disco ball. It's all right, laugh.
Catching up to you, Mo.
Yeah. There's one point that's literally right next door to the dino, so you can do that one, I guess. The map for the city has one specific terrain feature that's incredibly awkward.
Which one?
Well, there's that weird just like gap in the map next to the transporter point.
Yeah.
There's only 2 ways to get from the east side of the map to the west side of the map, and the transporter point isn't close to either one of them.
I know. It's just one of those. Ugh. Okay.
The worst part is that it looks like you should be able to climb onto one of those round dome things and then just walk over the round dome, but that's not how round domes work.
Yep. Do you want me to go hit the one on the east, or do you think it'll go anyway?
No, it won't.
As soon as I start this up, it'll go. I know it.
Well, I'm sitting here in the southwest, just waiting for that, dino to pop up.
It's hot.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, for us, we're going to run back up the hill. Quick as bunnies.
Why did it? I don't understand why it stops running.
Pardon?
Silly boss medics.
He just
If
stops
you're
running.
just going to stand there and let me stab you in the back repeatedly. So much for them. Well, that dino's down.
Alright, I got my credit. Okay.
Boom, did you get yours? Or are you working on it?
The dude hit me
We're
full
killing
on
it.
and didn't do
What?
any damage.
Oh, I didn't get kill credit for it. Crap. I
Yeah,
did hit it, but
but you have to do enough damage. Last time, it took 3 or 4 shots for me to get it.
Just
I
got
won't
it.
do full damage
Oh,
on these
good.
guys.
And to be honest, I wouldn't have bothered with it, but I was 50 points away from the next Endeavour rank. So otherwise I'd have gone bollocks to this, but that's just taking me just above for the next Endeavour rank. So
Well, this character can't get any more dilithium for today.
Well, you can always get more dilithium. Just can't refine it.
Yeah, I can't refine it, but I try to maximize, you know.
Yay!
Yay.
I didn't get kill credit for that one either.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The Vault Fortress has engaged transporters.
I got an accolade called Extinction Event, but
I can switch tunes to a different one. We can go again. Because I've got a different account that needs to run this. Let me switch over to the other one here.
and of course we could always take a shortcut with this by going to a different zone that's
Closer to being done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me grab Complicatus.
Oh, also apparently my bridge officer decided I needed medical nanites.
Oh,
Sure,
good.
why not? Oh yeah, that's right. The big dino stomped on me while I was shooting in the face.
Yeah, Bob Bear, I've just gotten to the point where I try and get the far ones done first and then work my way back, because there's a tendency when you're playing to start close and work your way out. And then you get trapped too far away.
Yeah, exactly.
And even with all my speed toys on my regular tunes, it doesn't usually work that well.
Like for the park, if you're doing the northmost artillery point,
Mm-hmm.
and the dino pops while you're in the middle of that, good luck.
Not going to
running
happen.
Where it dies.
Okay, it looks like we're in... Oh, this has got to be finishing up then. It is. Okay, so what zone should we move to?
7 looks good. It's
7.
nearly empty.
Okay.
Let's see how complete it
Mhm.
is. It's not. Well,
Ooh, this is brand new. Let's see what else we got here. I'm going to look at 3. Three's brand new. It must have just finished. And 13 just opened up.
it's just probably.
Yeah, it's got 1 done. 8. Oh, 8 just popped. Okay, well, that's no good. So pick one.
Okay.
They're all
11 is about to reset and hasn't reset yet, so not that one either.
okay.
So I guess 5 was the best one.
Okay, no, 5's now filled.
Or 7.
7.
I guess.
Okay.
It had actually been start to end, even though
A little bit, yeah. Okay, so there's some of the outskirts done. But I'm going to go up to the park, and I will start with the 3 artilleries up north, since that transporter's available.
I guess I'll just work my way around the city.
Okay. The problem is always getting someplace, because you have to fight your way to get anywhere. But I love the artillery, because it's the one thing you can do. Even if you're not a great tune, you can do it solo.
Well, the ones where you just stand in the middle of the circle and kill things repeatedly, I've actually found those to be relatively easy to solo, because the number of enemies that spawn in those scales based on number of players.
Right, exactly. But because of that, it can take a long time.
Yeah, it gets done faster when you have more players, if all of the players are killing things really fast. trying to remember which ability it is, but something one of my bridge officers is doing makes a blue patch on the ground.
Makes a blue what?
Just like it turns part of the ground blue.
Okay, I can't place that one.
You know what? I should just read what their abilities are. Not battle strategies, not lunge, not target optics, probably not motion accelerator.
No, not motion accelerator. So engineer or tact?
Huh. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm starting to wonder if what visual effect does the secondary ability of the wrist device have?
It makes pulsing waves emanating from where you are going out, and I think they are yellowy.
No, they're orange.
They're
'cause I
orange.
use that
Okay.
every
Oh,
time.
yellow,
And,
orange.
Well, not blue.
it repairs everything around you.
But yeah, it circles radiating out, and it's not blue.
It's definitely orange.
Kind of weird. I think it's something my bridge officers are doing, but
Might want to have a talk with them. Oh, well, somebody else is here. Fine. I'll go back and fix that one then.
yeah. I actually have the ground zone here as my favorite place to do captain kills. It's one of those things where you need to know where to look for them, but there's plenty of them if you know where to look. Like
Well,
the
well,
stupid Polynax things. All
The
of those are
best place
captains.
I do is home,
Yeah, I was just going to say, after you told me that, that's become my thing. I go there.
because there are
And-
7 total captains in that one.
Yeah. But if I want to do them fast, I just come into Adamant, that last section. I think it's Adamant. No, Frontier Medicine. Repeatedly, over and over and over and over. And get my kills. Because there's 2 right at the very beginning. Ah, there's the last one.
Okay, I just saw a bullseye-like set of concentric blue circles appear around my feet.
Around your feet. Maybe it is the Lucari wrist device, but I thought that was gold or orange.
Well, that's the only weapon I use on Kasiki, and I've never had a blue thing around it.
Well,
Yeah,
this wasn't a blue patch on the ground, though. This time it was just a few circles next to me, and
Yeah.
not an area of effect.
Oh, okay.
I should really, actually use that sometime. Maybe when I'm done with this point, I'll switch gear with my bridge officer.
I think on that note, I'm going to log off for the evening.
Well, it was good to talk to you. Have a great night.
Yep, everyone else too. Stay safe.
You too.
You take care.
Oh yeah, did I tell you guys what I did with the Batleth of Stovacor on this character, my KDF recruit?
No.
I gave it to my Borta bridge officer. It's a tactical bridge officer with a skill set that's focused on melee combat, and she kills a lot of stuff with it. So hey,
Well, I suppose that's what it's all about.
I just don't like using Batleths. It's not the way I like doing melee combat.
It's not my favorite ground weapon. It's not my favorite melee weapon. But we were playing home, and I happened to catch a little piece of the cutscene where Martok is using the Batleth like it's a Jungmung. And just whirling that thing in a nice little windmill pattern, and I'm thinking, darn, that looks good. And it's so little, and it's so subtle, and I'm thinking, thank you. Whoever did that, thank you very much.
Okay,
Wow,
and now
thank you.
I just saw a set of orange circles appear around my feet. Oh,
Okay. Were they moving outwards from you, or just in one
Yes.
place?
Yeah, it's like a little like ripple effect that makes.
Okay, yeah, that would be the Lucari wrist device healing mode. Most likely.
So I guess my bridge officer is using it to heal, because I mean it's definitely not me doing it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, as I said before, I've observed that bridge officers will at least use some of the tertiary fire modes on things.
Well, that makes some sense. I'm trying to write this into the book, and it's forcing me to actually get a better understanding of how things happen.
Okay, I'm going to swap here now.
See, have we gotten all 4 now?
Oh wait, I need to recycle all the junk in my inventory first.
I've got a pair of sub-commanders here that apparently spawned in the same space and trying to get out of a shared space. They're just jumping in unison.
I love the Voth medics, because they will heal the... They'll have somebody go down, they'll heal them. They'll come back up, and that person will then heal the medic as he gets shot. And it's like reincarnation, constantly healing each other. Alright.
These poor guys.
Ooh.
You know what? I think I may have figured out what the effect was I was seeing.
I'm
One of
mad.
the procs on the gear set, not the activated ability of the weapon, one of the procs on the gear set is to create a healing field around you.
Ah. I'm so
on
mad
the
I got
shield,
killed.
It has the when taking damage when your shields are below 25%, your shield generates a protomatter coalescence. I'm wondering if maybe what I was seeing was the protomatter coalescence.
You could be, yeah. We mate again, Ceratopsid.
Oh, someone's helping me at this point.
Yay!
Okay, that's good. Well, we're past 50%, and the city is mostly not done yet. So,
Okay, I've got all but 2 sections done up here in the park. All but 2 sections done in there, so I'm going to get to the transporter and I'll head over to the city.
yeah, as soon as this point gets done, I'm going to move to someplace closer to the dino, because I am as far away as you can get.
Yeah, well, right now I'm in the same boat. You can't get out of here. Back in the day, back when I was young, This used to be
my day.
yeah, back in my day. I used to come here with one of our fleet mates of the time, Beardy, and you could make so much dilithium here. Every zone was in the hundreds, and you do the big guys, and it'd be like thousands and thousands. And we just spend the weekend here earning dilithium. It was crazy. And so other Duffy, yeah, no problem with camping. I just get bored sitting there. And then it'll spawn in that moment that I want to make a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's not that camping is wrong. It's that there's other things to do.
Yep.
I don't mind camping once in a while.
Once in a while.
It's like the Universal or something, you know?
There's actually a point in the city where you can take out one of the Inquisitors from a different walkway than the one he's standing on, and it drives the Voth AIs insane. They're like, we're not equipped to jump over this gap, and we don't know how to path around it. Oh, crap! Never mind.
Okay.
Teleporting to me.
That'll teach you.
Okay, I know where I'm gonna go.
Okay, yeah, it is something with the Lucari set. I think I was right about that whole protomatic coalescence thing, because when the Inquisitor knocked my shields down, I suddenly saw that blue ice-like patch appear on the ground around my feet.
Like I said, that's the only weapon that I use.
Okay,
on this character, and I'm not getting it. And I've got all 3 pieces of the Lucari set on.
You'd think as long as the Dyson Sphere's been here that this model would be solid.
Humor, I like it.
Look at these stairs, right? And you can't get under them, but like, if you're pointing the right direction, you see the very side of the stairs. But the panel that's next to that's supposed to be, you know, opaque because it's the back of the stair. It's just see-through, and you can see whatever's on the other side of the staircase. It's hilarious. And I've tried it from both sides. It's just as transparent.
Well,
that is actually one thing to remember about the graphical engine is that unless props are designed to be seen from both sides, if you're looking at something from the inside, a lot of the time it's just straight up invisible.
Wow.
Yeah, it's invisible, see-through, whatever, yeah.
Well, that was
definitely one of those
fun.
points.
I'm just happy that they created this so you can't fall off the edges, because heights freak me out. Even electronic heights freak me out.
Oh, yeah, if you could actually accidentally fall off this map, oof. There are a few places where a bug can cause you to fall off that I've seen, but it's something you have to seriously try to do.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, it's, you know Troll Bridge on New Romulus where you're climbing underneath the bridges? And you can fall off intentionally? That scares me.
There's actually an accolade for falling off the New Romulus Bridge.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I have all the New Romulus accolades.
It's an accolade. I have it. Come on, Dino.
Do you know if there's an accolade for hunting down all of these stupid Voth Inquisitors?
Yes, there is. There's 3 Voth Inquisitors that I can think of, and there is an accolade for getting 1 and for getting all 3, I believe.
Okay, you know those big flashing yellow arrows they added to the map?
Yes.
They still point to the wrong console on the activate device propulsion thing.
Feature. Feature.
It's a designated decoy.
Okay, we're getting into the right area now. I'd pay good money to have a list of all the caches that you're supposed to get that I've never gotten. Alright, what do we think? Think we're getting close? You know what? I'm going to go down one more. It'll put me due west. Or sorry, due east.
Alright, mom's way over there.
Yeah, we are really, really close
Yeah.
now.
But not quite on it. So I'm down in the city and I'm going to work on that holding spot. And that'll put me right in line with the dinos when they do spawn. Which they will in a moment, won't they? There you go.
Very, very soon.
Yeah. Because we just...
I mean, the city status is less than 50%, but, you know, who cares?
yeah, the overall, though, is like 96, 97 at this point.
A lot.
Yeah.
This should be interesting. It looks like I'm the only one over here.
Where are you?
Southwest.
The city...
I guess it's the city. Looks city-like around me.
Well, there's 3 zones. If you're in the
lower left.
lower left, that is the
Yeah.
outskirts.
Yeah.
Okay.
City is the right, and the top one is the park.
I always should just go with north, south, and east.
Oh, I'm so bad with directions, I have to think about those. Seriously. Not a joke. I have a terrible inability to do left from right, north from south.
Oh, hey, I see Complicatus. Also, I see a V-Rex.
Yep,
Hello,
there they are.
V-Rex. Eat Telshire
there.
and Deal.
Kill it till it's dead. Summon
Kill it,
everything.
Kill it with fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. This time, just to make sure I get the thing, I'm just going to shoot this. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Stabbing. It's actually part of the reason why I decided to use the Talshir scanning device on Zara is because of the fact that since it's a generic damage debuff, it actually makes you do more melee damage.
Really?
Hey, can you
Alright,
floaty bubble the
got it
T-Rex?
right.
You can apply the floaty bubble to him. Sometimes it works, which is pretty funny.
Okay, because I thought for a split second I saw him floaty bubble.
You did.
But it lasted all of like a few frames.
If a couple people do it, though, he'll actually float, and it's really hysterical.
You used to be able to take the Ophidian cane and that would do really weird things to him because it would cause him to float in the air, head up, tail down, with his head in this weird position like he was sleeping. And you're like, wait a
Okay.
second. Dinos have a sleeping animation?
Yes, they do,
Why
apparently.
would you program that?
Because it's actually not the same position that they're in when they're dead.
Well, the position they're in when they're dead is, where the head's thrown back. Somebody explained it once, why that happens. That's not a bad way to get a couple thousand dilithium for the day.
Yeah, that was, I don't
There
even
we
know
go.
how much dilithium I got because this character has, well, before I came down here, she had 360 something thousand unrefined. Yes.
Wow.
Well, this is my Klingon recruit character who has been doing stuff for Klingon recruit tasks, which, well, you know where this story is going.
Well, we're going to take a super quick break here, mostly because I want to put the bread into a bread pan so I can bake my bread before I go to bed tonight. So I'll be back in 3 minutes, folks. And we are back.
I keep making those personal mobility shields, even though the only actual use for personal mobility shields at this time is to scrap them for EC. I mean, you could use them, but they're just not as good as anything else.
Let me make some room
At
here
one
real
point in
quick.
time, they were the best non-set shield in the game. But it's actually something that's a reasonably good shield because it has a special effect that's, better than the generic crafted one. But any rep set gear item is going to be better.
Yeah, well, this tune is still working on the reps. Because Ed and I powered her through, and then I kind of put her aside because, honestly, with all the new tunes I put together, I don't have time to play them the way they should be played. I think I should be able to retire and just play this game for the rest of my life. But
Well,
then the
that's
people who, sell us food and want us to pay rent
That's
have...
actually one thing I've done in game with account unlocks is figure out how to use account unlocks to fully equip my away team within a matter of minutes after creating the character.
Mm-hmm.
I put down.
And yeah, I've actually managed to do that now. I can actually fully equip an entire away team using just account unlock gear.
Yeah, absolutely.
I put down.
See, one of the tricks to it though is that certain items that are theoretically items you should only be able to use one of, if you give it to a bridge officer, the game forgets you have it.
Yes.
Which, since we're wanting to equip the bridge officers with ground gear anyways.
I put down 30,000 Gold Press Platinum in a Dabo game, just trying to get rid of it.
How much did you win?
For the Terra Gorilla combat armor, not because of the fact that it's good, but because of the fact that it's something I can get for free. That gets the job done.
That's why 2 of my people have the Tommy gun.
Yeah.
Some pick personal shield, same thing.
Yeah, there's a couple of good ones like that.
I can get an infinite number of them and give them to all of my bridge officers.
Okay, folks, since we have now played Dino Land, does anybody else need to play Dinos? Are we good? Should we do something else?
I've got my dino killed for the evening.
I've got both my dino kills done. We could do patrols. We could do some random TFOs. We could do something completely different. Does anybody want to work on leveling up any of their tunes?
I could certainly use the help if you're offering.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. I've got one.
Swear I'm not wasted.
Yeah, I've got a few I could level.
Okay. Swear I'm not wasted. What level are you? Yeah, I think 15 because you've got to be able to... You wouldn't have the endeavors yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have endeavors yet, so that doesn't help you.
I am level 13 on my Delta.
Okay, are you Federation or KDF?
Fed.
Hang on a second here.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually flying to Drozana to do Dabo at the moment because I have an endeavor for Dabo, and you know what? A hard endeavor for playing Dabo is
something you can't ignore. You gotta do it.
Yeah. That's how you try and get rid of your GPL.
Well, actually, if I want to get rid of GPL, I go to the Alpha Quadrant and trade it for commodities.
Yeah, I have like 600,000 GPL. That's a lot of trading.
I mean, so some of the things will actually take like 1,300 per assignment.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'll zip off there and try and do some of that. Okay, so who said they needed to level up a tune?
Frost.
Frost. Is it KDF or is it Federation?
Fed.
Fed. Cool.
I've got a Fed tune that could use some levels, but he doesn't have anything as far as gear is concerned.
Doesn't matter. Let's do some patrols to do that.
Alright.
As long as one of us has got a little firepower. I'm going to switch tunes, though. And I will grab my tank. It's not terribly powerful, but it's enough if we're going on advanced.
And I haven't touched this guy since the last glitch that reset skills.
Gotta do those too. I just stopped caring about that. It's one of those, I'll get around to it.
Well, I ran into one the other day. I'm like, oh, I need to play this character. I got all the way through a red alert going, dang, that was really hard. And then it's level 65 Jem'Hadar with no skills allocated.
Exactly. Yeah, I've gotten in the habit now of going through and just taking a peek to see if anything's still there.
It's like the old thing where you play a TFO and like, wow, that TFO felt harder than usual. Then you look and realize that the game deleted all of your traits again.
Yeah, I have one. It was really, really bad. All the traits were gone. All the skills were gone. And I was accidentally playing on, well, like this one's playing on Elite again, so I'm going to switch that out. Okay, the question we were talking about earlier, I'll go over and do it right now. In private, you can do the Breach Advanced, Solo, Cure Applied, Cure Found, Defensive Starbase 1, Hive Onslaught, Infected Manos, Infected Conduit, Into the Hive, Kittimer and Stasis, Kittimer Vortex, Mycelial Realm, Operation Riposte, The Red Alerts, Peril over Pavo, Storming the Spire, Vault Ensnared. Okay, so if you can do the Vault Ensnared, and I think that's time gated, that's one you could do for this new Tholian event starting tomorrow, and you could probably AFK it.
Well, also one thing to remember with Vault is that, do it now and it'll be easier to do it tomorrow.
We just played it the other night too.
If you've never done that mission, it's one of those where you will be like, what am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
What is that over there?
I will tell you my story of the Vault, which is I thought it was a horrible one, and then I got stuck doing it for something, and the guy, one of the guys who was in it, I have no idea who it was, sent out a question in the first 60 seconds going, who knows this mission? And I said, I don't. And he goes, good, just stay with me. We're going to do this. And he talked everybody through it. He probably had this copy pasted, ready to go, and he would just tell everybody, we're going to stick together. We're going to do this, 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 this. We got through it, and after that, piece of cake.
Yeah, it's one of those things where understanding the way the mission is set up is not really that hard. It's just that figuring out for yourself takes a long time.
Yeah, and having somebody just walk me through it made it really easy. Same thing, though, with a lot of the other ones that I was doing when I was new to the fleet. And people like Tasker and Beardy and a few others would just kind of tell us, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Made it really good.
It's kind of like the old Cure Ground thing where people are like, okay, so here's how this actually works, rather than what the mission tells you it works like.
Exactly.
Like, see this room, see this entire hallway outside the room. There's an invisible trip line, and if you touch that, then the enemies in the room will start doing stuff. Until then, they'll just stand around like idiots. And it's just one of those things like, oh, suddenly it makes sense. And suddenly you understand why the devs decided that they didn't want to ever make an upgradable version of the TR-116A.
I was just writing about the TR-116A yesterday. And, of course, if you weren't one of the magical few who could order it through Target or through that website, you are never going to see a TR-116A.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you have to get a promo code and literally buy a physical copy of the game.
I have a physical copy of the game, believe it or not. I mean, I got it back in the day when you got a physical copy.
Well, I got...
I kind of miss those days.
With a nice little bronze Starfleet badge.
Ooh. I just have to.
Hey, Mom.
The in-game item that this particular one gave me though is the engineer board bridge officer.
Well, that's cool. Yes, sir,
Hey, Mom.
Frost. Yes.
Could you throw me a fleet invite, please?
An
Oh,
engineer
sure.
board bridge officer is the only pre-order bonus that was not affected by the gear upgrade system being added to the game.
Frost, which fleet?
Just SFSG.
Okay, I'm not in it at the moment. I'm in
I mean,
Hughes
it
Heroes.
doesn't really matter. I just wanted this character to be in a fleet.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on.
Hold on.
Is somebody over there who can invite Frost?
I can invite him to Hughes Heroes.
Yeah, well, we're both in
fine.
Hughes Heroes at the moment. Is anyone in SSG who can invite Frost over?
I'm fine to be in Hughes Heroes. I just
Oh.
want something to be in a fleet.
Okay,
It's fine.
fine.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
I'm in House of Volca.
There you go.
This
He
Delta
got
is an
invited
Orion
by
on
Hugh
the-
himself.
Ooh. All right. Would anyone else like to join us for some patrols?
Don't everybody speak at once.
Well, I've already joined, so.
Oh, Bob Bear. Let me grab you, Bob.
Oh yeah, back when the devs added the Endeavor system to the game, I made this joke about how the easy endeavors were things where you might accidentally do them without even noticing that it was an endeavor.
Oh yeah.
Guess what my easy one was today?
I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint. It's something that I accidentally did during one of those patrols we ran earlier.
Phaser damage?
Nope.
Kills.
Nope.
Destructible torpedoes.
Hull healing space.
Ah. Well, mine was destructible torpedoes this morning, and I got them during the red alert, which is like,
The amount of hull healing you need for that one is like a quarter of your hull. I think they actually scaled the hull healing numbers on space for pre-Delta Rising hull numbers, not post-Delta Rising hull numbers, or something like that. I'm not really sure. It's just that the healing ones for space hull are just stupid easy. Especially if you're playing an engineer who can do the whole.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go ahead and launch this patrol.
Which patrol?
That's a really good question. Which patrol should we do? Well, if we're leveling, let's start with Wanted Argala again, and then we'll do a 9th rule after that. Okay, everybody good with that?
Yep.
Wanted in the 9th rule. Got it.
Wanted first.
Wanted now.
Wanted. Launching.
Oh crap! I need to match your level. Because otherwise I'll die really quick.
Everybody good? No, we're waiting on Bob Bear. Bob Bear, go ahead and launch for Wanted Argala. If you want to. You don't have to. There we go. Let us do this thing. I'm going to go have to put that on tonight. I haven't seen that in too long. Oh, sorry.
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
At least get in range and shoot something. Okay, cool. Now you can kill everything.
Ed used to do his little patronizing. Okay, go ahead and shoot them twice, Mom, and then just go sit over there. Stay
Yeah.
safe. And I'll shoot them all down.
I'm perfectly happy with that. I just gotta get my shot in, you know?
Well, I will say this little tank has got enough firepower to be fun.
I've got beam abilities slotted on a cannon build, apparently.
I love cannon builds, but this is a beam. And a few torps.
At least my torpedoes stuff works.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. One of the weird things that I decided I wanted to do years ago, and it's a thing I do because it makes it easier to have multiple characters with decent gear, even if it's not necessarily top tier gear.
Yeah.
When I create a character, I make certain decisions about what theme of gear the person's going to use. Like for Zara, I decided that I wanted to have her use the Cardassian phaser beams. Those phaser Firewave Disruptor. Yeah. I decided I was going to have her use those.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are they the best? Yes. No, who cares? I'm going to have a top tier version of them, so they'll be, fully upgraded to do whatever I want them to do.
I'm taking you with me.
Which, I know it's one of those things where it's kind of limits your options for each character, but at the same time, it also makes it easier to build because you're not like getting like a new set of gear because you want to decide you want to try something new.
I have a tendency to get the same gear over and over and over on each of the accounts, which is nice for the uniformity, but it does take out some of the interest of the game. And lately I've been trying to deliberately find different things to do.
Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party, take the suspect into custody.
Play it different ways, have more fun with it.
Well, one thing I can say for sure is that the Delta recruit event was popular. The sheer number of Delta recruits I see wandering around.
Yeah, yeah. I actually intend to start a few more. What sounds unexciting, WC?
I only have one account, and I made a set of 3 Delta recruits the first time, so
Okay.
I don't really have a reason to make a new one. And also, I have stuff I need to complete on the old ones because
I finished up my old ones.
Did you finish the new tasks on the old ones?
Yes, I finished the new tasks on the old ones. But now I want to start at least 2 more on the other account. But the problem is I wanted to do KDF, and the options, if you don't buy something like a Pharosan or like a Nausicaan, and an Lithian, and no. I want something different. We need more KDF options.
You could one thing that I've had on my list I would like to do, but I haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Mainly because I already have a joined Trill character Fed side, but is make a joined Trill character KDF side, and then just write that in their bio that they're actually a Creosian.
Interesting.
Do you remember the Creosians?
Vaguely. I wouldn't be able to tell you the backstory at all.
The reason why I mentioned the Creosians is because of the fact that the Creosians are one of the species that in the TV show is listed as a vassal state of the Klingon Empire.
Ooh. That could be fun.
Comes up in Star Trek Enterprise and more than one episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. Yeah. They're an alien of the week race that actually showed up more than once.
Interesting. All right, shall we do 9th rule?
Give me just a moment, please.
Sure.
See, the second thing with the Creosians though is that a traditional spot look for Trill was actually something that they created for Deep Space Nine because of the fact that the makeup tests for doing the old version of the Trill makeup on Terry Farrell, the art designer decided they just didn't look good, so he decided he wanted to do something else. Just completely changed the way the race looked for aesthetic reasons.
That's cool. Why not?
But see, because what it was though is that he nearly copied the look of the Creosian makeup when changing the Trill makeup.
Okay.
The difference is that with Trill, the spots actually go down the side of their body from the base of the ear all the way down to the ankle in a nearly straight line.
Okay.
With Cryosians, they don't go down the legs. They actually go around the rib cage to the base of the spine.
Wow.
Care to
You
guess
learn
how-
something
how-
new
how we
every
found
day.
that out?
All right.
Well,
this-
actually, it was something relatively.
Okay, ninth rule.
innocuous, is that,
I'm preparing to watch
the-
that now.
the main Cryosian character that Picard had to interact with wore a dress that had like no back on it.
I'm going to have
Just
to look that
of
one
those
up.
things.
Ninth rule we're going to launch, and then I'm going to go look at that. Do you remember which episode that was in?
The Perfect Mate.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah,
Launching now.
and well, I mean, the reason why
Launching.
she was wearing
Oops.
that was because she was, flirting with people.
The reason she was wearing that is because she had a great body and it looked good.
Well, I mean, yes.
Okay.
This is the same woman who would later play Jean Grey 20
Oh.
years later and still look good in
Yeah.
spandex. Yeah, but I bet that was an interesting thing to find out on the first day of shooting. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, hi. Because the guy who played Captain Picard later went on to play Professor Xavier.
But of course. Yeah, we're going to have to play 6 Degrees of Star Trek Separation again. I was thinking of suggesting that for a panel at Vegas.
Am I gonna have to look people up again?
Yeah, well, I have my
That was
cheat
hard.
sheets. Yeah.
I haven't hit anything yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll let you guys go hit stuff. I'll sit back here and you guys can go hit things. Let me know when you've done all the damage you want to do.
I gotta say it was hard trying to stump you guys. Last time you did it.
Okay, now you're welcome to do that.
Okay. Well, that's what I was thinking for Vegas. It would be fun if you have at least one person who can do the Google foo to confirm everything. And you have to have some basic rules, like no Avengers movies.
No Avengers movies or no Avenger mashup type movies?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes to both. Okay.
And if you're going to put them in a TV show, they've got to be in the same episode of a TV show. They can't just be in the same series.
What if there's not they don't share an episode together, but they're referenced back and forth across a couple of episodes?
Give me an example.
I can't off the top of my head.
Okay.
I want to say something from Frasier.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, we could do Frasier.
Where one side of the cast has interactions where the other people hear about it but never see it. Like, those kind of things.
You probably could get away with that one. But I mean, it's not, for example, John Delancey was in an episode of Murder, She Wrote, and LeVar Burton was in an episode of Murder, She Wrote, but they weren't in the same episode.
Yeah. That works.
But let's say John Delancey was in the same episode with Norman Lloyd, who was in, oh God, what was that medical show he was in? And then you could do it that way. Something like that.
Oh yeah, the Battlezone command credits from the Dyson Ground Battle Zone.
Yeah.
I've been reading the inventory description, and it says they die after 2 minutes.
They die after
2 hours. Sorry.
2 hours, yeah. But the thing, if you're doing the request reinforcements, is if you've got a bunch, you can hit the 50 and then the 30 and the 20, and you can get up to 100 of them done at once.
Yeah, it's because you can just stack those things
Yeah.
until you
Absolutely.
You can have more than one inventory item for them because you reach their maximum stack size.
Right. As long as you got space for them.
I'm actually trying to remember because I know I found out the hard way at some point in the past whether or not picking them up resets the decay timer. Is it 2 hours after the first one in your inventory was picked up, or the most recent?
The most recent, as I understand it, they time out based on when you picked it up. So let's say you picked up 50 of them over a period of 2 hours. So the first one dies out at 2 hours plus, and they just time down each one. Though you tend to pick them up 10 or 20 at a time.
I don't think
I think that's how it is.
that the entire stack dies all at once.
But that wouldn't be a 2 hour limit then, because that would be.
Well, I mean, it's 2 hours. Yeah, that's what I'm not 100% sure if it's how it decides that, because I've never seen a stack like just have one or two of them disappear out of it.
I don't really pay attention to be honest, but I'll have to next time.
Well, to be honest, the only way to figure it out would be to time it very carefully.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Like go down to the battle zones, none of them in your inventory,
And then watch to see what happens.
then pick up like 10 or 20 of them, log off for an hour, come back, pick up another 10 or 20 of them, and of course record the amounts you picked up and when you picked them up, and then at the 2 hour mark look to see how many of them are explode.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody want to do one more patrol?
I'm game.
Frost? One more patrol?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okie doke. Let's see.
I know I found out the hard way. I just don't remember what the results of finding out the hard way was, and that was years ago, so it may have changed.
Yeah, it does that. Any preferences? Ruins of Doom? Strike at Cedia? How about Rescue and Search?
Okay.
We got Rescue and Search.
Launching now.
Launching. Well,
On my
I
way.
suppose that would be a project we can take on one of these nights.
Good to see you, my friend. We can...
What ability is that?
Which one?
The one, the green Healy thing.
I have no clue.
See, oh. It just emits from my ship and makes pretty pictures.
Exactly.
The red alert ends tomorrow,
Yes, it does.
and I
Hold,
have just...
doesn't it end Thursday?
Ends in the
No, it
forest.
says ends May
Wow.
4th.
So what?
It started on a Tuesday, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
You're right. Well, I guess that makes my life easier because I screwed it up and got the timing thinking it ended on Thursday.
Well, at any rate, though, it doesn't have enough time left in it for me to get 2 more runs done, so I guess I'll get one last one done, like, later this evening or tomorrow morning.
Well, we can do one with you if you want.
Well, again, I have to do it later because it's the timer. The
Oh,
daily
okay,
build
you're
is
on your timer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to do it at 1, but strangely enough, I was at work and didn't do anything except work.
That
I know.
Yeah,
God, I've got to stop doing stuff
I
like
was
that.
late on several of mine too. That's the entire reason why the timer is going to be later this evening, is because I think I did it something like 1 in the morning because I was like, okay, I'm about ready to go to bed. It's like, anything I forgot to do? Oh, that.
Well, when there's an event going, I try and do it on a 20-hour timer to the extent that one night out of 6 I get up at 1 in the morning to do it, which makes me really not a pleasant person the next
Bright
day.
light.
Yeah, it's something to do that. Get a few of them in extra.
I just want to get the dilithium. I do hate that viral impulse thing.
Oh yes, the yeet beam. You go that way.
Yeah, really. So annoying.
It's a perfect weapon though.
For them, I'm not happy about it.
Ooh, that reminds me of one of the more interesting things that where they actually tried pretending to be real science in TOS is calculating the amount of energy required for the Doomsday device to fire that giant cone attack. Kirk like, oh, well, to fire that, I would need several times the amount of energy that my ship's warp core creates.
Yes.
So the thing literally has, more firepower than the Enterprise could have, simply because
Yep.
the fact that its ability to store energy is just that much greater. So, I
Well,
guess
it doesn't have a whole bunch of systems to feed into. It's just that one thing.
Well, also it uses a matter energy converter that's the entire reason why it eats planets is to power itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because it actually intakes the mass of the planet and throws it into some sort of conversion device to turn it into energy.
Well, we can assume some sort of fusion converter.
Well, I mean, the way that Romulan singularity drives get power is when you throw matter, baryonic matter, we'll say, because yes, when you throw baryonic matter into a quantum singularity, it gets converted into the kind of particle that a quantum singularity is.
Okay.
What are you talking
When the
about?
quantum singularity emits Hawking radiation, well, that's just ordinary electromagnetic spectrum radiation. But it's no longer matter when it comes to
Hawking radiation. Okay. I'm an engineer. That's not the way it works.
I think that was the last
Well,
one.
not with that attitude. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
No, that was a good
Sorry,
comeback.
I didn't catch what you said. All I heard was the engineer part.
Well,
You're right. Not with that
let's
attitude.
be honest with Star Trek. In fact, with most science fiction, it's a fairly large dose of fiction and not necessarily a good dose of science, because we can't do transporters, and let's be honest, I don't think they could do a phaser that you could hold in your hand.
Well, I mean, the idea that they had in TNG for singularity cores on Romulan ships is something that you could theoretically do if you could somehow figure out how to keep the singularity from turning your ship into not a ship.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, they've got that technology already. I mean, that technology exists right now. They're
Well,
using it
yes,
in-
but not at the level at what they're talking about for running a ship.
Yes, at that level. We were talking about what's called magnetic resonance levitation.
Yeah, I know, but
And there are proto fusion plants that they have in France and Germany right now. There's one in Texas as well that can hold the entire mass of the sun within a 6-meter diameter torus. So I mean, it is possible. It's just the level of power you're talking about is absolutely astronomical.
theoretically it can hold it, correct?
No, it actively does it. They
It
have
holds
started
the mass of the sun? How can it do that?
several hundred times the mass of the sun.
But how? That would have
Has
to be theoretical. It couldn't be
built
real.
on it to physically
You're talking
test
about
it.
okay, I could explain fusion, but it takes a while. Essentially, the way it works is when you lase deuterium,
Mm-hmm.
it superheats it,
Right.
and when you superheat it, it creates a cascading effect
Mm-hmm.
with all of the other materials that are around. As you compound, sorry, just a moment. As you compound that chain reaction, it increases the mass. And in order to maintain that fusion ability, you have to add more mass for it to essentially fuel itself. And over time, they actually create between 50 and 70 times the mass of the sun before they flash boil whatever water they have attached to it.
But no.
It's the exact same thing that they use in, not the exact same thing, but it's something similar that they use in nuclear.
Well, my argument here would be if they have something on this planet that can contain multiple times the mass of the sun, that would not be possible because
It doesn't react with this gravitational field. That's the point.
how can it not react with the gravitational field if it has mass?
Because it's magnetically isolated.
It's still got mass.
It's magnetically isolated.
No.
There's no way that there's no way that you could maintain 55 million degrees inside of a normal material because it would melt no matter what the material is.
Right.
But they do it on a regular basis in a nuclear facility. So
Okay,
I mean,
let me simple this down so I can make sure. Basically, you're saying that if I have the right magnet, I can carry a 50-pound weight and it won't feel like a 50-pound weight.
It's not that simple because the magnet you'd have to have would be all-encompassing. You'd have to have it in a stabilized environment. There are so many things that actually are required here.
The only way that could happen is if it's not in this space-time continuum.
That's
if
not
it's,
true.
You can't make the mass
I
not
will
count.
pull up the article.
Thank you. I would love to read that.
Sounds
Absolutely love that. Yeah. Very good, Von Marcus. Yeah, that's where I was thinking there, WC. So we can't have more than that amount of
it's one
mass.
those things
Here.
where I'm wondering, it's like, okay, so how do you physically test something where you store multiple times the mass of the entire solar system?
Like, where's that mass coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a good point too. I hadn't even thought of that.
I'm not even questioning whether or not it can be done. I'm just wondering where they're getting the source material. Personally, yay on the technology, but where's all that matter coming from?
It's deuterium. Deuterium
Yeah,
is
but-
one of the most plentiful materials in
Yep.
the universe.
But
But we
if
don't
we're-
have a sun's worth of it.
You're right, we don't.
So where's it coming
is-
from?
It is complicated.
Yes,
I'm trying
clearly. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just like, wow, this is not making sense. So my feeble
Yeah,
brain.
it's one
We're
of those
being
things-
the skeptics Bill Nye taught us to be.
and
Yes.
then you go like, wait, how does that work again?
So good evening, Polarcade. How are you?
Oh, hey, Polar Kid. Evening. I'm still here.
He's always someplace, and now he's here.
Usually I'm directly over the center of the Earth.
You're directly over the center of the Earth. Is that what you said? Aren't we all?
Usually.
I'm doing good, thanks.
I haven't had the girlfriend ask me where something is in months.
She's smart woman. Smart woman.
Because she knows that if I don't know the answer, that's the answer she's going to get.
Agreed, WC. There's something I'm not getting there.
Okay, I will send nucleosynthesis, which is the essential idea behind fusion, to Discord.
Okay.
And it's going to be complicated. It is not a simple read, but it does talk about isolating densities and things of that nature, which is exactly what I was talking about.
Okay. Well, I'll take a read at it. And tomorrow night we will have a test at 7 o'clock. So
Wow.
make sure you study up.
I have surgery tomorrow, so I'm not going to be.
Hang on a second. Where'd you put it, Frost?
What?
Where are you
putting
going to put
in
it?
the lounge right now.
Oh, in the lounge. Okay.
So that's part one of understanding how deuterium fusion works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is, like I
Okay.
said, it's not a simple read, but it does it has cascading densities and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Amazingly, this is actually something I vaguely know about.
But I will also share the actual reactor that they have in France and Germany as well.
Okay.
And it will tell exactly how it confines all of those different things. This is not me tooting my own horn. It's just something I'm rather passionate.
So there is or was a speaker on some YouTube channels whose name totally eludes me at the moment, who spoke on this. He was working on his doctorate, but he spoke in a way that we normal human beings could understand this. So a lot of this is stuff he would speak about. And what was his name? I will have to look it up. I haven't seen him do anything now that he's gotten serious about being back in school again.
I was looking for the actual name that they use, and it's called a levitated dipole.
Now, can it handle multiple reaction densities compared to the sun, rather than multiple masses
I
of
don't
the
know
sun?
everything about it. I do know that in order to maintain the reaction, it has to exceed the normal fuel that the sun would have.
Okay, so that's a density thing. That's not a mass thing. Okay.
Density, it actually encourages the development of mass. The more dense something is, the more mass it has.
No.
That's how every star works.
Right, but if I take a single teaspoon of the sun at its current density, and then I take a tablespoon of the same material and condense it down into a teaspoon, I now have material that's twice as dense as the sun. It's not twice as massive as the sun, but it's twice as dense.
You're also
Yeah.
talking
Well,
about,
one of the things that I've heard physicists talk about with neutronium is that the way it's used in science fiction is like you have this super dense, incredibly durable metal. When a lot of the theories about how it would react in real life is that if you were to take a chunk of neutronium out of a neutron star and bring it to Earth, it'd just evaporate.
Yeah, I have actually heard that too.
Because the force that's keeping it compressed is just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of something. One of the things with the LOL comic book physics in Star Trek Online that never ceases to amuse me is in the Gravity Kills TFO.
Yeah.
Why
You
are they
mean-
having you collect Hawking radiation?
Well,
It's Hawking
yeah.
particles, please.
Yeah, it's slightly denser than Hawking radiation, I think.
Why do we have to
Well,
collect them? I have no idea.
Realistically,
Yeah, I don't know why we gotta collect it. We
Hawking
just
radiation and Hawking particles are just ordinary electromagnetic energy. It's not some special form of matter or something.
Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Okay, The USS Jupiter has a weapon that can be powered by Hawking particles that can disable the shields around the Zenkethi protomatter facilities. You need to collect 10 particles, blah, blah, blah. So that's why.
So it's cheaper to collect them than to manufacture them at the right frequency. Got it. That's what it boils down to.
Well, I mean, one could argue that you are indirectly using the giant quantum singularity the same way that the Romulan starships do. It's just an indirect form of doing it.
Okay, that's an interesting proposal. I hadn't thought of that one. Just for snicks here, though.
I mean, because me as a person who likes science fiction, but also, tries to understand real science.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing science fiction get science horribly wrong in amusing ways is.
Like time travel?
Three Star Trek conventions ago, Phil Plait was there discussing science in science fiction TV shows and movies to talk about what was ridiculous, what was possible, and which was just funny beyond any explanation. And it was a very low-key discussion, but really interesting because sometimes he'd just break out laughing at how bad things were. And with all due respect, Star Trek was not high on the list of stuff that got the math right, so to speak.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because one of the things that people have pointed out many times over the years with the sci-fi writing in Star Trek is that a lot of the time, the people doing the writing fail to even be consistent within a single episode.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like one example of this is Mind's Eye. Okay, I mentioned that there were 2 episodes in TNG that involved Kryosians.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mind's Eye, you don't actually see any Kryosians. You have the Federation and Romulans, annoying Klingons on a Kryosian colony, but you don't actually see any of the Kryosians. You're just told that the location where things happen is a Kryosian colony. Anyway, so Mind's Eye, they do this weird Romulan mind control thing.
Yeah.
Well, the explanation for how the mind control works seems to change depending on which part of the episode you're listening to it get explained in.
Well, consistency. It's not a thing.
I mean, it doesn't get indirectly referenced later in the TNG movies as one of the reasons why Geordi wanted to get cybernetic eyes. Because of the fact that, because the way it was explained in Mind's Eye, having those implants in his temples to interface with the visor,
Mm-hmm.
actually kind of like bypassing his optic nerve
Yeah.
and going directly into his brain,
Mm-hmm.
which under normal circumstances, this form of Romulan mind control would require them to install a similar implant. It's just that since Geordi already had them, they didn't need to bother with that step of the process.
Okay.
The catch, though, is that, wait a second, all this is your optic nerve replacement.
Mm-hmm.
How does that allow you to mind control someone?
It's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, if you substitute it's magic for a lot of stuff in science fiction and Star Trek, it works just as well.
Yeah.
How do phasers work? Well, I can explain it to you in technology, but let's be honest, it's magic.
It's the fiction part of science fiction.
Exactly.
Because if we could actually explain all of it, it would stop being fiction.
It falls under what was the science fiction author that says it? Any technology sufficiently advanced
Carl
might as
Sagan.
well be magic or something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
totally true.
Trying to remember
So
what it was.
there you go. It's
Yeah.
magic, sort
Hey,
of.
I will be the
Future
first
magic.
to admit I write Star Trek fanfic, and I try and get my science right. And I try and limit it to the stuff I know.
The guy who said that was one of the old school hard sci-fi writers who, part of the reason why he was such a well-respected writer of science fiction was the fact that he was someone who, Arthur C. Clarke, that guy. I think that was him. He was someone who, genuinely knew a lot about, real-world science.
Yeah.
So him writing
I
science
think
fiction
he
drama
holds
series.
it's either Arthur C. Clarke or Isaac Asimov that holds the record for books published in the most categories of the Dewey Decimal System.
That's
Interesting.
That
He's
sounds
got like a huge array. It's like published in everything but philosophy or something like that.
That's a Asimov.
I personally own a book written by Isaac Asimov that is a collection of jokes.
yeah. He actually had he did jokes, and one science fiction author did limericks. But it's very interesting. But yeah, Arthur C. Clarke was decent scientist too.
But the quote that Clark was making though is that what people usually do is like a short snippet that's a single sentence. But the discussion that he made that comment in was he was talking to someone, I forget who, but he was discussing how you write and conceive of fictional stuff in a setting like that, and he's like, to an ordinary person, advanced alien technology seems magical because of the fact that they don't understand it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and so it's like you said, sufficiently advanced technology, you can't understand it, so it might as well be magic because you can't understand it.
You know
I
who
Bye.
Richard Feynman was, right?
I recognize the name now.
Okay, he was a physicist, worked on the atomic bomb, and he also did some interesting work in cargo cults, if you know what those are.
Those are Malaysian areas that they popped up after World War II.
Correct, right. Where they would have these Americans come in with their planes and their ships and all their wonderful food and all their technology, and they had no clue what it was. So after the Americans left with all this stuff, or whomever, they tried to get them to come back by building replicas of the towers for bringing in the ships, and they would in essence create ceremonies to try and bring that prosperity back to them, because
in some cases they actually went so far as to build nearly functional replicas of airstrips.
Right, exactly. And there's your wonderful example of technology so advanced that it was in essence magic. I mean, they could see what was going on, but they didn't
know why the airplanes were coming in.
Right, exactly.
They understood what the stuff being brought in was, but they didn't know why it was coming in. So they didn't realize that their efforts were mostly futile. Because I do vaguely recall there was this one amusing incident where someone had to do an emergency landing, and they didn't land on a real airstrip. Like, oh hey, there's that thing over there. It's not on our navigational chart, but who knows what the silly Malaysian people do in their spare time when they went to do bush pilot airstrips.
Yeah.
Not a bush pilot airstrip, just a stretch of dirt. To be honest, though, for something that's not a real airstrip, it actually kind of worked.
As long as it worked well enough. But with that, folks, I'm going to log off for the night. I still have a little bit of work to do before I head off to bed. Actually, I have a lot of work to do before I head off to bed. So I want to thank everybody who joined us. This was really interesting discussion. I really appreciate everybody chatting about something that wasn't just Star Trek. Not that I don't just love Star Trek too, but this was great convo. So I want to thank everybody who participated in it tonight. And Frost, when you find, there it is. Okay, thank you. I will take a look at that and read through it, and we can continue to discuss after I have a little bit better information about it. So again, thank you everybody. Really appreciate the interesting discussions tonight. DT's in charge tomorrow night. So I have no idea what he's got planned, but he wants to show off his new setup. Everyone be good, be safe, and we will talk to you later. Good night.
Good night, all.
Night. So long, farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Yeah, oh great. Yeah, now we're all going to sing here.
No copyrighted music.
Take care, everyone.